is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today we have the CRKT Provoke, the folding Karambit, aka the transforming Karambit. So darn cool. We're going to talk about the specs on the knife, of course, what it's like to EDC the knife, the things I do and don't like about the knife for you. There's a bunch of links down below. If you want to pick one of these up, check the links. Hopefully I could find you a good deal. Okay, this thing came out several years ago, and from day one, I wanted to pick up one of these knives, and I don't know why I waited so long to treat myself. The biggest feature is the unique folding nature of it. That's obviously the coolest feature on it. You just give the little thumb push that has a nice little jimping on it, by the way. You give that a little press, and it feels like an auto knife. It's not. They call it kinematic or something like that, but only thing I care about is that it's fun to fidget with, first off. Shockingly haven't cut myself, and it's very, very smooth, and it feels like an automatic knife. Once it's locked open, the lockup itself is very, very good. So if you ever had to stab something or someone or whatever with this knife, the lockup's good, and I don't think it's going to fold on your hands. To release the Karambit, there's a little tiny release right near the thumb circle there, whatever it's called. You push that release, and then it folds back up. As easy as that. Speaking of the thumb stud there, not only is it good if you need to use it as a blunt object to hit somebody with, it also helps take the knife out of the pocket, gives you a very, very solid lockup so your hand doesn't slide down on that very, very sharp blade. The body itself is made from aluminum. I know you guys love it when I say aluminum, and it fits your hand extremely well. If you look at the couple bumps, couple cutouts there, it just really helps just feel fantastic in your hand. Besides this, they have another version called the Grivery, which has a plastic body. I've never got hands-on with that one, but it's about half the price. So if you're looking for something a little less expensive, the Grivery may not be a way to go. May be the way to go. And again, Natchez has both of them. Link. Speaking of Natchez, they are the biggest supporter of the Tiberious Gib channel, hence why I have the banner on the background. They have you covered for all your cool guy outdoor stuff, and they have a full line of CRKT products. They have the Provoke, they have the Grivery, they have all that stuff linked down below. If there was no Natchez, there'd be no Tiberious Gib. That is how big of a supporter they are to this channel. All right, the designer of this knife is Joe Caswell, however you say his name, doesn't matter. He has a lot of really cool, very unique designs, different clips, different lanyards. I geeked out one night and looked at a bunch of his designs, and they're pretty cool. This knife started significantly more expensive as a GoFundMe, and at some point, Joe linked up with CRKT, and they brought the Provoke to market. And I thought it was pretty cool. The blade itself is made from D2 steel, which is pretty darn good. It has a hawkbill design. That's the shape of it. It's just under 2.5 inches, so it should be legal in lots and lots of places. And it's held up extremely well. I've carried this for over a month and opened a ton of boxes and envelopes and stuff with it. And it's actually, hang on one second. Let's see if it's still, oh yeah, solid enough. Oh, that was my fault. To cut paper. Oh yeah. There we go. So the blade holds up extremely well, very sharp, doing well. There's no serrations or scallops on the blade, as you can see. It has been made in a few different colors. I've seen gray and stuff, but the color selection really goes up when you go to the Grivery, the plastic handle. There's tons and tons of different color Griveries. The Grivery, again, is about $100. The Provoke is usually about $200. The finish on the Provoke is a titanium nitrate, and again, not only has the blade held up fairly well, the body, the aluminum body with that titanium nitrate is held up as well. Another really unique thing is going to be the belt clip. When I got this in, I didn't know it had a belt clip. I'm not going to lie to you until I got my hands on it. The top of this little silver piece here where the lines are is how you deploy the belt clip. And if you push on the top of it, the bottom of it opens up a little bit. And if you want to clip it to your kit somewhere or in your pocket, even in the really small like watch coin pocket that jeans still have, if it's big enough, you can clip it in there as well. Another thing you can purchase with the CRKT Provoke is this sheath. You can buy it extra if you want to. It's a very nice plastic Kydex sheath. I can't speak. It does come with several different clips as well if you want to clip it to Molly or your battle belt. On officers, I've seen these clipped to officers' vest before. You can do all of that. It also works with the Neomag alias system bottom mount clip. If you don't know what the Neomag alias system is, do yourself a favor, Google it, check it out, come back and thank me later, because it is such a damn cool system. Anyway, the weight and dimensions are up here on the screen if you want to geek out. What I want to talk about is the pros and the cons and kind of give you a couple things to think about. Biggest pro for me is it's much easier to carry than other Karambits. Because of the folding, and it folds in size, it becomes much smaller, and it's much easier to carry than an other Karambits. Obviously, the coolest feature is the unique folding design. How cool. It's very, very fun to fidget with. Once I start playing with this knife, I can't put it down. I play with this knife on Zoom calls at work, and yeah, I annoy people with it because that constant clicking drives them insane. It looks really good. It feels really good. The blade and the body of the knife has held up really well. The lockup is solid. There's just something really, really cool. Again, it feels like an auto knife. I know it's not an auto knife, but it feels like one. And I like that. I don't really have a con. I have several things that I want to go over as warnings or heads ups or food for thought for you. But it's a super cool knife, especially for the price, and no cons, absolutely. So again, it's much easier to carry than a normal Karambit, but not as easy to carry as a standard knife. Just most knives are not as wide, much easier to carry. However, if you want a knife for self-defense purposes, this knife is going to be, or any Karambit, is going to be 1,000 times better for self-defense than a traditional knife. God, I hope I never get into a knife fight. The other two things I want to point out, when this is in your pocket, if you kind of pull it open at an angle, sometimes your pants will pull on that and open it, the knife, as you take it out of your pants. Did it the first time, scared. Did it one time to me, scared the crap out of me. I don't think it's a big deal, but I wanted to mention it, especially when it's in that little coin pocket of yours, because it's a tighter pocket. That happened, and it was a little scary. The other thing, if you work in an environment that's not overly gun and knife friendly, luckily I work in the gun industry, so I can pull this out anytime, and people go, ooh, that's cool. But if you work somewhere that's not very pro-knife, pro-gun, and someone says, you have a knife to open a box, and you whip this bad boy out, you may get a couple looks because it's big and scary, and oh my god. Before you go, let me thank CRKT, Natchez for supporting the channel, TriStar Trading for making the coolest apparel in the world. The links to all three are down. You know where. If you want to check any of them out, click the link. They're affiliate links that help me out. But before you go, you need to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. Santa Claus told me if you subscribe to this channel on this video, he is going to give you a CRKT Grivery from Natchez Shooting and Outdoors for Christmas. He will drop one in your stocking and you will get one. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace!